Welcome to Your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 579. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book, but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Writer Wednesday, everyone. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online on social media, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular, I and many authors have probably found this, have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. "Suspect each moment, for it is a thief, tiptoeing away with more than it brings." John Updike. And once again, good morning, everyone. Welcome to my continuing Writer Wednesday series, where each Wednesday I offer you some highlights of my process of developing and writing books, and I try to do it in the most actionable way possible for you. So I reveal a piece of the process and then give you three things that you can actually do about it. Because as you hopefully know by now, the whole point of this show is to get you to work on writing your book. It's all about you. So today's topic is how to write a book when you literally have no time on your schedule available to write a book. And yes, it will obviously take longer if you can actually create a few dedicated hours every week. I recommend like 2 to 4 hours a week. But this is for the people who don't even have that, people who don't even have 2 to 4 hours a week. And they're just like, well, can't throw their hands up in the air, can't write the book. I don't have a few hours a week. But if you don't have that simply because, life, well, all hope is not lost. Start now with these strategies that I'm about to reveal, and you can still have a book, hopefully even maybe possibly a year from now. The key is, with anything else, to start now rather than spending another year waiting for those many hours every week to open up. Start now. Start with imperfection. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll get there. There is never a right time or a perfect time to write a book. Just going to repeat that. There is never a right time or a perfect time to write a book. It's just when you decide to do it anyway. So here are 3 specific tips for getting to work writing your book when you literally don't have any time to write a book. I like saying that. It's funny. Number 1, in the 15 minutes this morning that you spent worrying about not having time to write your book, you could have written for 15 minutes. And if this happens every day, if you're sitting there and looking at your schedule for 15 minutes every morning, 7 days a week, and fretting about the fact that you don't have time to write a book, well, 15 minutes times 7 days a week is 1.75 hours. It's nearly 2 hours of writing time. So you've just opened up 2 hours of time just from the time you were worrying about not having time to write a book. Magic, isn't it? Number 2. Use all your time to work on your book, even when you're not in front of your computer or your notebook or your manuscript. Develop and brainstorm in your head during exercise or walking your dog, doing housework. Laundry, for some reason, is a very creative time for me. Don't ask why. Something about laundry, very, very inspiring. So there's housework, driving, just be safe about it. Showering, you don't need to be at your desk to be working on your book. You can be doing all the mental work so that when you do sit down for those 15 minutes that we just talked about, you'll just have the 15 most productive minutes of your entire life because you'll have laid all the groundwork while doing laundry and showering and walking your dog and exercise and all the other things. So there's a whole mental component of writing a book that should never be overlooked. Finally, number 3, for just one day, here's just a little kind of exercise for you. For just one day, a typical day in your life, whatever that means these days, set an online/social media timer, just maybe the time that you spend on the internet, and see how much time you actually spend online in a day. Not how much time you think you spend online in a day. Believe me, the numbers are not the same. So track for one day, your typical day, how much time you actually spend online. I'm talking about your phone too, your tablets, not just the laptop or the computer, anytime you are on the internet, the interweb. multiply that time, that total time that you spent all day on the internet, times 7, divide it in half, and there you go. There's your book writing time. Get it? So take that time that you spent online when you were tracking your time online in one day, multiply times 7, divide it in half, use that time to write your book. These are 3 simple tips, hopefully, that compound kind of like money interest in the bank over time, and I want them to create big results for you in your book writing. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And I hope to see you all in Ink Authors, especially those of you who are doing NaNoWriMo. I know you're spending a lot more than 15 minutes a day on your book with the word count of, I think it's like almost 2,000 words a day. So awesome job, especially all of you in my Ink Authors group on Facebook that are doing NaNoWriMo. So hope everybody stops by that group. I will drop the link in the show notes as always, so that you have access to Ink Authors. Until tomorrow, happy writing.